Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Miss Tracy Renee. Well, welcome back if you are returning. Welcome if you are new here. Today's video I will be telling you, or advising to you the top 10 things to avoid while you are in your 20s. Okay, right here is just some regular green tea with honey, and that's it. Just regular Lipton green tea. And I do have my cheat sheet here, so I'll be looking back and forth to describe each one of these 10 things with the notes that I have jotted down, and we're just gonna get right into the video, you guys. So the first thing, number one, to avoid while you're in your 20s, number one, avoid serious relationships. I say that because I don't knock relationships. I love relationship. I would rather be in a relationship than not in a relationship. But I say to avoid serious relationships while you're in your 20s, because girl, you are still trying to figure it out, honey. You are still learning yourself. You are still growing as a person, and serious relationships can get in the way of your growth. I'm not saying be somebody's side piece, because you should definitely know your worth, but serious relationships can get in the way of you trying to accomplish life goals. Okay, I would just speak from experience. I got into a serious relationship at a really young age, and I didn't end up finishing my master's degree until I was 28, 29. And one of the things that got in the way of me accomplishing that was being in a serious relationship. It kind of held me back, and not in the sense of my partner didn't want me to accomplish things. It was just that I was so caught up on being in that relationship that I really didn't focus too much on things that I really needed to focus on. So number one, avoid serious relationships. Also, know your worth, never settle, and have fun. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, I told y'all I have a cheat sheet. Number one, losing friends is okay. Friendships, it's okay to lose friends. People change, people grow, you outgrow people, people outgrow you. I can tell you right now that I had a ton of friends back in my 20s, and I promise you that I only have about 3 or 4 friends right now. 3 or 4 friends that I might go to dinner with one every other month or something like that. But the same group that I was friends with in my 20s, I do not have those same friends now in my 30s. And that is okay. People grow. Don't get too bent up on the girl drama, because life goes on. With the same stuff you was doing in your 20s, you will not be doing those same things in your 30s, unless you're just someone who incapable of growing. If you're growing as a person, you will lose friends, whether it's good or bad. You just outgrow people. People outgrow you, and that is okay. It's a part of life. It's a part of growing. Don't get too caught up on she not my friend no more, the girl drama, because us as women, we get too caught up on that, and then it takes us away from our main goals, something that we really should be focused on. So I would definitely say, don't stress about friendships. People come and people go, and and it's all right. Shoot, I have plenty of friends that I thought that I'll be friends with forever, and we're no longer friends, but I'm okay with that, and I hopefully they're okay with that. No love lost. We've outgrown each other, and that's okay. So that's number two, friendships. Some of them last, some of them don't last. Do not get bent up on it. Life goes on, trust me. Number three, do not stress about not having your life together in your 20s. Okay, Now, I would say try to set a foundation in your 20s, but having that house built, don't worry about it, because as you grow and as you learn, the house will grow, and the foundation will come from, you know, just foundation to a home. So in your 20s, I would say set the foundation for you to have your life together, but don't stress on not having it all the way together. I know we see, you know, some young people and they got it all figured out, you know, but everyone go through life differently. So not having your life together in your 20s is perfectly fine. It is okay. I'm not saying, you know, just screw up and don't focus on any goals, but it's not gonna come together. Well, it's not going to come all together while you are in your 20s, and that is okay. That is really okay. Okay, I mean, follow your dreams, but if your dreams, I mean, it takes time. If you have a dream to be, I'm gonna say, a professional celebrity hairstylist, you might have to set the foundation with just doing your girlfriend's hair. You know, doing your girlfriend's hair and starting there. That's setting foundation to grow, you know, your skill set, and by the time you hit, you know, your 30, you'll be freaking Beyonce's hairstylist. You know, like it steps, it takes time. So don't think that you're gonna have it all put together while you're in your 20s, because you're not. Even the most successful people at 29, you know, like, it took them time. It really took time for them to accomplish and, you know, and get to where they're at. Some people might make it look easy, but trust and believe, to accomplish things that you want to accomplish in life, it's gonna take time. You are not gonna have it all figured out while you're in your 20s. I guarantee you that, and that is okay. So number 3, for things to avoid while you're in your 20s: spending. I mean, we gonna spend, right? Especially us ladies, because we love things and things love us. But do not spend too much. Learn to save. Learn to save. I mean, in your 20s, I'm not saying you're gonna have this career-driven job and you're gonna be making 6 figures. No, but whatever, you know, income you do have coming in, try to save at least 10% of that. You will be so much better off if you start saving young. Start saving young. And you know, like, that the goal in life is to have financial stability, and that's for everyone. The world, I wish that on the world, everyone in the world just have financial stability. But you can really get a handle on being financially stable if you start saving young. Do not just spend. You know, I'm guilty of it. I've done it, and I know that, you know, the temptations are there when we see things that we like, we want it, and we have the money, so we like, okay, I'm gonna go get it. But not all the time, not every time. It's okay to just spend. Make sure as much money as you spending, it's equaling to as much money as you saving, because saving is really big, you know, for life. You know, like, if you're not comfortable financially, it kind of weighs you down, and it weighs you down, you know. So you just want to make sure that while you're in your 20s, start saving young, you know, learn financial stability young, so that way when you're up in your 30s and 40s, you're able to do things that you always wanted to do, whether it was, you know, vacation, buy anything. I'm not saying just to, you know, buy things, but, you know, save for your college, your future kids' college tuitions. You know, like, it's really important to, you know, have financial stability. Like, that's, if you don't get anything from this, and I'm speaking from experience, it is definitely important to save. because you just never know what's gonna happen. You know, you never know, anything can happen, and having the funds to, you know, help you sustain and be, you know, comfortable with life is really, really important. And if you don't take anything from this video, make sure you take away save your money. Yes, you can buy yourself things, but also save as much as you spend. Remember that. All right, so that was number 4. So we're gonna move on to number 5. What do I have for number 5? This goes hand in hand with saving, you guys. So number 5, do not destroy your credit. Credit is, I was trying to figure out a word to rhyme. Credit is debt. I don't know. But yes, do not destroy your credit, young people. Do not do it. Do not destroy your credit. Okay? So let's just so let's just say you don't have money saved. You know, like it's hard for you to save money because you're living from check to check, and you can't, it's impossible for you to save, or at least it's impossible for you to save as much. So saving is really non-existent. Let's just say that, right? And you're living from check to check. Now, if you have credit, and you just say you don't have enough money to buy a car, right? You don't have enough money to buy a car. But if you have proper credit and stable credit, you can just go get a car with your credit. And of course you'll have to pay monthly, but you know, auto loan, but you have some sort of, you know, what is it, stability with your credit. Because instead of, you know, saving, and it's hard for you to save, you can use credit to go buy your car. You can use credit to get you a loan for a house. But if you screw up your credit and now you don't have savings, you don't have nothing. So please, young people, put them shoes back. Do not use your credit card to buy them shoes. Use your credit card. If you do have credit cards in your 20s, use it to buy a pack of gum. Get you a burger from McDonald's. Go buy you a loaf of bread even. And I'm gonna just say, leave it at that bare minimum with your credit card in your 20s. Bare minimum. And that's how you build your credit. So by the time you're ready to start a family, and by the time you're ready to buy this house, you can buy it because you done built up your credit in your 20s just buying that piece of bubble gum. So make sure you do not destroy your credit. I know this stuff is easier said than done, but you have to be, you have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined. And if you want a better life for yourself after your 20s, you have to discipline yourself in your 20s. I know it's hard, you know, but it can happen. It's possible. It's possible. Don't destroy your credit. Okay? I'm watching you. Don't do it. Okay, number 6. This is another one that go hand in hand with financial stability, credit. Number 6. Stay at home as long as you possibly can. Okay? I moved out of my mom's house when I was 20, and I regret it because I was paying bills galore, and if I was at home I would have been able to save more, or just save period, if I was at home helping my mom pay the light bill and just paying my phone bill every month. But no, I wanted to be grown. I wanted to be grown, and I left home when I was 20, but it's also a little deeper as to why I left home. I'll explain that to y'all later, so make sure y'all stay to the end, because I'll go into why I left home at 20 further in the video. But stay at home as long as you can. It's easier for you to save money when you stay at home. It's easier for you to build your credit while you're at home, and you know, it's just easier. It's just easier. Stay at home with your parents as long as you can. Do not be in a rush to just start a life without them, because you first of all, you're gonna need your parents up until the day you leave this earth, vice versa. But stay at home as long as you can. I know the parents can be annoying. Where you going? What time you coming back in? You gonna be safe? Who going with you? I know we be done with that, you know, especially during high school when our parents still trying to control our lives and we think we're grown. But I would definitely say stay home as long as you can. Stay home, even if it's throughout the entire 20s. So what? Stay home as long as you can. Don't allow society or your friends or your co-workers to shame you. Don't allow them to shame you for, you know, trying to build a better life for yourself. Staying home as long as you can would definitely help you financially, definitely help you, you know, build your credit, and just definitely it will help you through life overall if you stay at home as long as you can. Okay, we're gonna go into number 7. Number 7. So I am not in my 20s, obviously, because I'm telling y'all things to avoid while you're in your 20s. And number 7 is one of the reasons why I look like I'm in my 20s, but I'm not in my 20s. All right, so guys, so we're gonna get into number 7. Number 7. Kids, are y'all listening? Do not do heavy drugs. Do not do drugs, period. Do not do drugs. Drugs are for losers, okay? Do not do drugs. Drugs destroy you physically, mentally, emotionally, and just as a person. It just destroys you. Drugs are not okay, kids, okay? You hear me? Don't do it. Don't do it popping pills, drinking lean, smoking lean. No, you drink lean and you smoke weed. Stay away from it. Stay away from it, because it destroys you health wise, and it just drains you and it dries you out. If you want to look young as long as you possibly can, do not, do you hear me? Do not do drugs. Don't do drugs, y'all, okay? Don't do drugs. Heavy drugs is just really bad for your health. It's really bad for your youth. Stay away from it. And you know, like, occasionally I will have a drink. I'm not a drinker. Like, I would rather have coffee and tea. Like 10 o'clock at night, my friends partying, and I promise you, I will pour me a cup of coffee. I'll pour me a cup of coffee, and I'll be fine with that. Like, I am not a heavy drinker. I don't smoke. I don't do any drugs, because I just know it just destroys you. If you do not want to, if you do not want to be destroyed as a person, as a human being, as an individual, just say no to drugs. Kids, they taught us this. They taught us this when we was in elementary school and high school, you know. Stay away from drugs. You know, just, you know what I want y'all to do? I want y'all to look at the life, or look at the physical appearance of someone that does some sort of drug. And I'm talking about a heavy drug, like, and they heavily do this drug. I'm not talking about someone who, you know, occasionally smoke reefer. Sound like my grandma, a reefer. You got some reefers. Okay, let me get it out. But, you know, what was I saying? Oh, look at someone physical appearance that heavily does some drugs. You know, I know you know somebody that pop pills all the time, because I do. Pop pills, ecstasy, that take ecstasy heavily. pull them to the side one day and tell them, just don't. Kids, say no to drugs. Stay away from the drugs. Okay, we're gonna move on to number 8. Number 8. Do not be distracted from your goals. Please avoid that while you're in your 20s. Do not be distracted. You don't want to be 30 trying to enroll in an undergraduate program. I mean, you know, I'm not saying that it's bad or that it's wrong. I'm not saying that, okay? I'm not saying that. Please do not take that away from what I'm saying, okay? Focus and stay focused on your goals. If you finish high school and want to become a teacher, just boom, just go through it. Just do it. Just do it. Stay focused. There are so many distractions, people pulling you left, right, back, forth, you know, and that's life. But you have to really, you know, discipline yourself and focus on, you know, what's important and what you want to, you know, get out of life and what you want life to become for you, in order to, you know, be disciplined. If you know, like, you have this generational, you know, curse of no one ever completing a freaking high school degree or even going to college, and that's something, a goal that you set for yourself, you have to avoid, or you have to, you know, be disciplined, and you have to be strong enough to avoid all of distractions, all of the things that, you know, pull at you and removes you from your focus. I know it's easier said than done, guys, but in your 20s, make sure you try your best to stay focused. I'm not saying just live this structured tunnel vision life. I'm not saying that. Have fun in your 20s, okay? But make sure you focus and stay focused on your goals if you want to, you know, have a successful life while you're in your 30s, okay? 20s, stay focused on your goals, work towards your goals. 30s, you living a comfortable life where everything is working, and you built that foundation here, and now you set the foundation here, and now you're on the point where you like building the house, you know, you laying all the bricks. So yeah, stay focused on your goals. It's really, really important, guys. Number 8. Oh wait, I just did number 8. I'm on number 9. Drink water. Do not avoid water while you're in your 20s, okay? Drink water and work out. Even if it's a like at home workout. I'm telling you, your bones in your 20s will not work the same in your 30s. I'm telling y'all, I think I need another back, like a backbone. You know, I need another backbone because my back it ain't the same as it was in my 20s. Because I'm telling you, I used to can do back bends, and we ain't gonna get into all the other stuff that I was able to do. But I think your bones are not gonna work the same. You have to keep up your momentum of really good exercising and drinking plenty of water. You do not want to pay for it in your 30s because it's a bit painful. Your bones are just not going to work the same. We need water. We need water. Drink water. Drink your water and work out. YouTube has plenty of 10-minute workouts. Just do it. Just do it. Take 10 minutes out of your day, every day. Work out. Stay healthy. Eat right. You know, and that also goes into working out and drinking water. Eating healthier foods. I know we feel like we're young, we can do and go as we please, but it will catch up to you when you are in your 30s. Make sure you are eating right, drinking water, and working out in your 20s. Make sure you do that, okay? Number 10, and this is a little story time that I will, you know, share. And this kind of goes back to, I forgot what number it is, but when I said I will moving home, staying home. stay at home as long as you can. Avoid moving out when you're with your parents. Just stay there as long as you can. Do not move out. Stay with them as long as you can. And I said I will go into the details of why I moved out. So number 10 is avoid having kids. Shoot, like, I love my kids to death. I know every mom say this when they telling the avoid having kids story, right? I love my kids to death. I have 2 beautiful girls. I had my first daughter when I was 20 years old, and that was one of the reasons why I moved out of my mom's home, because I felt like I needed my own space. I had a kid. Like, I didn't want to, even though it was really nothing wrong with me being at home with a kid, like, I don't know why I thought that because I had a kid I should be, living my own life in my own home and not with my mom. So the second I got pregnant, it was the second I started looking for an apartment. By the time I had my daughter, I'm gonna say maybe 3 or 4 months after I had her, we were in our own apartment. And if I can go back, I would definitely stay with my mom as long as I can. But that was one of the reasons why I left home, is because I got pregnant and I had my daughter when I was 20. So number 10 is avoid having kids. If you have, children in your 20s, I'm not saying it's wrong and you should be scolded and it's the horriblest thing in the world. I'm not saying that, because I had kids young, but it's a bit of a challenge when you are trying to stay focused on your goals, when you're trying to save, and create financial stability for yourself, when you are trying to have friendships, when you are trying to just stay focused and live your life in your 20s. It's difficult to do those things when you have a child. Is it impossible? Absolutely not, because I've accomplished so many things as a mom in my 20s. I finished college. I didn't finish during the time frame that I seen fit, but I did finish. I ended up finishing college. I dropped out because I got pregnant at 20, and then I ended up going back maybe when I was 23, 24, and then I ended up finishing my bachelor's degree at like 25. After 25, at 25, I had ended up having another baby. So like five years later, I ended up getting pregnant again and having my second daughter. And when I had her, I was already in my own home. I'm not gonna say I was extremely stable. I had a jacked up relationship, but I think I had my head on straight, where I was able to start my master's program and finish my master's program in 3 years. So at 28, I finished my master's program. But like, by the grace of God, I was able to do that because I had all this extra help. And when you don't have help, and when you don't have that drive, it's hard, especially with kids, to accomplish things and stay focused on your goals. So I say all that to say, having kids young is not the most terrible thing, but can it be planned a little bit better, or do you have to, or is it I don't want to say the wrong thing, because I know it's so many young moms out there, and I don't want them to feel like I am trying to scold them or say it's just wrong for having kids at a young age or in your 20s, because it's not. I'm not saying that. If you're having kids during that time, avoid it by all means necessary. Make sure before you have kids, you are financially stable, you are mentally stable, you are healthy, you have accomplished goals, and you are getting ready to walk down the aisle, girl. Other than that, do not rush to have kids. They got all type of birth controls out there. Try them. Yeah, if y'all want me to go deeper into having kids at 20 and 25, let me know, and I'll come back with another story time and explain all that to you all. But that is it. Number 10, avoid having kids young. Avoid having kids in your 20s. That is it, you guys. That is all I have for this video. I hope you all like it, and if you have any comments, make sure you comment. If you are new to my channel, if you are just now joining and coming and seeing, and hi girl, hi. Hi, but also make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. Audio Jungle.